Ken and Jen, this is Mike. He's our other vocalist. Mike, how you doing, brother?
Look, it's like it's keep mentioning.
Jen, do me a favor. You let this man sit down there on that bench. There's a guy standing up. Just sit on the bench because I want to see what's behind Bruce here. Where I've got.
Well, I can sit behind him.
That's fine. No, I just want to see the pan of my picture.
Okay.
Go over and sit down on that bench. Yeah, okay. That's cool. Very cool. Yep. Yep. Everybody's sitting between them two windowsills. When you're there, you're out of the picture. So sit from a little more of the diamond plate. As long as they're on the diamond plate all the way around the gym.
Now, Thunder Walrus on YouTube, right? Too?
Yep, the Thunder Walrus on YouTube. And the YouTube video is up now. That's awesome. That is the best.
I just love how far I go. I like to know it.
Hate spell check. Always fucks up when I try to write Spreaker. It's giving me Spreaker, speaker.
Yeah, more.
What? Spell check? No.
Because it helps when you need it, but then when you don't need it, it's like, no, I'm trying to spell this intentionally wrong. Like Theory Scary Mask yesterday.
Oh, that was
I never want to say ducking, ever. Why would I ever want to say ducking? I meant ducking.
Right?
Hey, Craig.
Oh, no, thank you.
I know you guys are hard rockers and heavy metals, but this is the greatest intro song ever written. It's mine, listen. Dude named Joe Cantonese wrote this song. I get that.
Yeah.
Just a gypsy with a
I have a friend who's here about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
You got a friend supposed to be a win?
These guys.
Okay. That's right. I knew there was somebody else here today. All right, everybody's mics on. Jen, trade these mics. I want you to be able to pass that one to them so that whoever's speaking can have the talk stick. I want Bruce up front, and then he can hold his mic or lean into it, but about 4 inches away, Bruce. That mic just set on that table, and you hold it, and when the boys want to talk, you'll have the extension to give it to them. That way nobody has to jump up to the microphone. Walrus Wonders question of the day. How do you feel about drinking at 9 a.m.? Great! If I'm drunk at 9, should I seek help?
I don't know. Are you just going to booze now?
No.
Then yeah.
You need help getting to the liquor store and get more booze. That's there you go. Well,
Might need a ride.
Not so good with coffee.
no, bourbon's not good with coffee. You just drink bourbon. Give me that. I don't know how to drink bourbon. Oh, and for those watching via YouTube, good morning. We have our morning coffee. Courtesy of the Maker's Mark Distillery in Kentucky. Yes, I'll take sponsorship for Maker's Mark.
I meant to bring pineapples today. Hell.
Well, they want to know I'm drunk by the way I'm typing.
Tomorrow,
25 seconds. Good morning, Walrus Nation. You're listening to the Walrus Jen Show as we broadcast live from Midevil Custom Cycles Studios in Street, Maryland. Get my voice adjusted there a little bit. We've got a studio full of folks this morning having a great time already. Thrilled and honored to have Enemy Within, heavy metal, hard rock band, lead singers, tattoo artist as well, a group of talented young men that from different walks of life have come together and put a pretty cool band together. Jen invited them in. They were more than gracious to come by and hang out with us. And the fact that they brought every rock band needs a beautiful girl.
Hey, Sexy.
And they brought a lovely young lady to hang out with us. And of course, Jen has already, just hang those over her shoulder for a minute. Oh, dear God. A little heavy? They're all natural too, aren't they?
Yeah.
See, my God, I love natural boobs.
You're going to have to talk to one before
I'm a firm believer in, look, I got mad when they put plastic in my car. I don't want you to put plastic in my chicks.
Hey, man,
I don't,
well, hey, let's not disrespect them.
No, we're not, no, we're not, I'm not disrespecting.
Very nice.
I got that booby rub, I promise you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not disrespecting fake boobs. I'm just saying I prefer natural. Yes, I'm an El Natural guy.
These are the best that I've ever seen in my life, and I've told her that before.
Well, this young lady is quite tall as well. And as we were all mingling around and I was running around, she turned around and I was like, I'm glad I got safety glasses on, woman. You're tall enough to put somebody's eye out with them things.
The picture I just shared on Facebook.
The one with your chin and her, her cleavage?
That shows our height difference.
Yes.
And how awesome it is. I just walked right in motorboater.
Yeah, it's a perfect chin rest for Jen. It's like going to the dentist. When you have to put your head in that thing while they take x-ray, no adjustment for Jen. She just walks right into it.
Do you like my girlfriend?
Yes.
I got news for you, dude. We all like your girlfriend. I'm just going to be quite honest with you. Everybody, look, do you see how many strange people stopped by this shop this morning? It's usually me, Jen, and the flies in this joint when we start this show. You showed up, let her walk around out front. Dustin showed, all kind of people showed up.
Like looking from the counter.
Yeah, Machine came to work early. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, right. I sense a disruption in the force. There's boobs in the shop. Strange boobs. We need to go see them.
I don't know. Everyone's tired of mine.
Yeah.
Estrogen over here.
Yeah, right.
We're done.
We're all now. We all know you have bigger dicks than us. We don't want to see your titties. damn hermaphrodite. Jen goes to the bathroom, you hear it sound like water run. I'm like,
it's the she-whiz.
Yeah, the she-whiz.
She-wee, what is that called?
You're not that tall, even if you stood up to pee, it shouldn't have splashed that loud. She's pissing out of a fire hydrant. The woman hung like a Shetland pony.
Yeah.
I've got your Powerball numbers for Wednesday, September the 24th. Somebody must have hit it because the big number was like 190 million, and then this morning it was 40 million. So I think somebody may be a big lucky winner.
Oh, what's his name?
I don't know. It's the guy that or gal that has the numbers 7, 14, 21, 24, 41, and your Powerball was 26. Good luck. Remember, you got to play to win. Powerball and Mega Millions numbers, we have them here each and every morning after the drawings. And, of course, we won't have them next week. Remember, boys and girls, this is our last broadcast till Monday, October the 6th, when we launched the new, revised, and 4-hour-long Walrus and Jen Show. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. It's really not that bad, is it? You think we can sustain this type of
How much stamina do you have?
Darling, I got a lot.
No, we're fine.
Yeah. Pam Pie's tapped out more than once.
All right.
Oh, we're not talking about that kind of stamina, are we? No, the longer
4 hours show.
That's a 4-hour show. Well, we're going to take music breaks.
Oh, okay.
You know, we do have those, remember. The Walrus Wonders question of the day, I loved the answer Bruce gave me. The Walrus Wonders question of the day is up on the Tim Yarsh Facebook page. Go by and ask and put your answer up. If you are drunk and out of booze by 9:30 in the morning, should you seek help? Bruce said, yeah, you need to ride to the liquor store to get more booze. I was like, that's the greatest answer ever. And probably the one I'm looking for, because we're about to run out of Maker's Mark. Somebody's got to drive.
There's something in the freezer, I think.
We still got liquor in the freezer?
Liquor,
Awesome.
yeah. Liquor where?
Liquor here, liquor there, liquor everywhere. I don't care. Put it wherever you want to. Enemy Within is hanging out with us. Bruce, also give me the name of your tattoo shop, brother.
It's Off the Bruce Tattoo on Pulaski Highway in Elkton, Maryland.
And you're actually the artist that did Jen's chest piece, right?
Yeah.
That big set of hearts across that big set of titties with flowers and roses on them.
Yeah.
The blossoming bosom. What it looks like. The blooming bosom. I'm the flower of my family, the blooming idiot.
Right.
And he did your arms too. So you've got quite a bit of work from Bruce at his shop.
You put the hole in my face.
Awesome. You should have poked one in your forehead. What a nice
There's
pick.
always time.
Yeah, there's always
time.
opportunity to present itself.
Yeah, it's a
And
little
as you can see on the live YouTube stream, those of you watching live via YouTube, go to the Thunder Walrus channel. You can see the majority of the guys behind them. Let's see, where do we stop off at? The guy in the ball hat's the last one we see there. We'll squeeze everybody around a little bit more into the picture. They'll take opportunities talking. We're going to interview each and every one of them.
Boobs again?
Of course we want to see Debbie's boobs again. I mean, you can't flop them out, but we want to see your cleavage. Deborah. Oh, now it's back to the formal. Soon we'll be calling her Miss So.
If Debbie does Dallas, I go.
Oh,
Never mind.
would you consider doing street? I mean, that happens to be the name of the town we're in. It's like right. Yeah, it's like the dude said. Dude was talking to his brother. Man, your wife's a whore. She's done everybody in town. Like, well, it ain't that big of a town. There's only 3,700 people live here. Right on. What else do we have coming up? Oh, we've got all kinds of stuff to talk about today. The strange and the weird. A new spin on Happy Meals I found in Denmark. A burger joint is now offering adult toys with their cheeseburgers.
Oh,
Well, you got to go all the way to Denmark. We'll talk about that. Spokane, Washington. As you know, Washington's one of my 2 favorite states now, along with Colorado. Well, the same person that authored the bill that allowed the legalization of recreational marijuana now wants to test the public sewage system to see how high the THC levels are in the sewage water. They want to know how much of the population's actually jammed up.
And can we strain it?
Yeah. We want to be able to tax this stuff twice. Can we recycle it? You know, we can take urine water on the International Space Station and turn it into clean drinking water. Surely we can salvage the THC oil out of this fecal matter.
Just pay attention to the little green.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
So the truth is in the poop. We'll go to Spokane, Washington to find out how much money they're actually willing to spend on who is getting high or how many people are getting high. And as you've heard the news, Tony Stewart is not going to be indicted in the death of the young driver in upstate New York a month or so ago. And it turns out now nobody wants to talk about it because the dude was apparently high as a kite.
Oh, really?
Yes,
You've
dude.
been.
Yeah. Autopsy reports say even after the long race and night events, the THC levels in this dude's blood means he was so out of his mind stoned that his decision-making process was probably highly altered. That's what led to him jumping out in front of Tony Stewart's car. The guy didn't want to commit suicide and didn't want to fight. He was just stoned. He didn't know what he was doing.
He had a half a roach in the ashtray. He needed a little lighter.
Right, yeah. He knows Stewart was the last one to hold it. He was the last one to have the lighter. Big, get up here. Jesus Christ. Everybody's coming.
Not me.
Not yet.
Friday,
Your weekend's tomorrow. Friday,
Yes,
baby.
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Finally, I thought my head was going to explode.
You were hoping
Oh, something's happening.
something's going to explode. Now, you fly out what time tomorrow morning?
My flight's changed now.
To when?
Tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, well, you ain't going to the airport with us then, are you?
No, I have to figure out another way.
All right, good, because I forgot to tell Pam Pie we needed to give you a ride to the airport. So I was going to do it right now on air. Hey, Pam, just so you know, we're going to meet Jen over on Route 40 in the morning. Pick her up,
At her corner.
yeah, pick her up on a regular corner. We're just going to pick her up a little later than usual. She's normally
6 in the morning at 6 in the evening.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So now you're going to lose 12 hours with your man.
But I'm gaining Sunday now.
Oh,
They
so you're
changed the
coming
flight
back
somehow.
later.
Yeah, somehow this flight has been changed. So now I'm
Maybe
coming
it was
back in.
overbooked or something and they
I'm still on
rescheduled it.
the Mexican chicken flight.
The little puddle jumper that's going to
Yeah,
take off from a
yeah.
field in El Paso, Texas,
Yeah.
land in Guatemala,
Oh,
Guatemala, Mexico.
I'm going to have to smuggle a couple Mexicans in my bag, I'm sure.
In your cleavage, you could hide a whole family of Mexicans in them tatas of yours. This is amazing. Well, welcome to Midevil Custom Cycles Studios. I don't know about a bike shop. We can turn this into a hell of a bar. It just broadcast live, play great music. It would be like,
That's an idea. Because I have a bar toucher.
right?
And we could always do that.
We don't have a liquor license.
Liquor what?
Liquor license?
Yeah, no,
Make it
that's,
BYOB.
that's,
Yeah.
we can do this. I'm telling
BYOB,
you,
we can.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be cool? We'll broadcast it live
Yeah.
on the YouTube channel.
have a
It would
beer
be
while
like
you wait
live
for
from
your
Daryl's. Have y'all ever seen that on VH1 or one of the music channels? Daryl Hall of Hall & Oates
Okay.
just does live from Daryl's house where some of the most incredible musicians on the planet show up. They just have a jam session. The TV channel, whatever it is, VH1 or Discovery, whoever, one of the cable networks, just hangs out and films it, and then they air it. And, oh my God, some of the most incredible music ever has been heard playing on the damn back patio of Daryl Hall's house. And so we could just do that here, man. Just whoever shows up to jam together, you know. It'd be cool to get a couple country boys in here hanging out with y'all.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, do like Country Crossroads. Remember on CMT when they did that shit? They would have country guys, rock stars guys. You guys,
You listen to everything.
I'm too old. You all don't know none of the shit I'm talking about. The five behind you are just sitting there looking at me like four lost monkeys, like Country Crossroads, CMT. What the hell's that? I don't know.
I'm used to it, man.
Yeah, you know.
That glazed look on their face.
Right. And the problem is, they're not recreational drug users.
No.
They just look that way all the time. They're like every other 20-something on the planet. Both of my kids look that way when I talk to them.
I pick up the instrument and bam!
Yeah, just all of a sudden I become a rock god.
I just wake up.
Yeah. Let an electric guitar strum once and their eyes perk right up, right? It's like turning a switch on. You guys have been together a very short period of time, right?
Well, about a year, a little over a year.
But your performances are like zero.
Right.
You guys have been in the studio writing, perfecting, and putting all this together. And now that you're starting to let a little bit of it out, you're catching the attention of some pretty important folks here in the Mid-Atlantic region.
Yeah, we had no idea what we had to offer. We were just, just a bunch of guys playing on Friday and Saturdays at the tattoo shop, man. And one thing led to another.
And music truly is your passion.
Well, I have a lot of passions, but
we just talked the other day when you were here for the visit. And you said you would walk away from your tattoo studio in a minute when the opportunity to play music for the rest of your life presents itself.
I can tattoo anywhere.
Yeah, well, hopefully you'll be playing so damn much music you won't have time to tattoo.
Except for me.
Well, yeah, he'll have his special clients. And when I say special, I mean like special, like, you know, all.
It's either that or crutches in a helmet, one of the two.
Right, yeah.
We take all kinds.
We put a leash on her, but she kept chewing it off. Yeah, right? So the leash didn't work. The choker collar people found offensive. She liked it too much. She kept dry humping all our legs. Whoever was holding the choker just kept getting dry humped. My leg was chapped. I mean, you don't know. It looked like I had freaking psoriasis. Like she was humping on my leg. I'm like, darling, you gotta quit this.
Just keep a little pocket lotion, man. Just in case.
Yeah, right. A little antibacterial ointment.
No, we had the KY here. It's gone now.
Well, right. You made me take it home.
Did you take it home?
I took it home. I ain't tried it out yet. Champ ate it.
Oh,
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I'm just kidding. Champ is my bulldog.
Yeah.
So now that this stuff is starting to come out and music is your passion, you're looking for that opportunity where it pays the bills and you can do tattooing as a recreation. Are you starting to book shows, or are you?
Well, we're getting there. We have one show coming up on October 4th that we're playing with another band that's a local band called Cryptid, and we're going to play that show. And then after that, we're open for.
And so this is going to be your first live stage performance?
It's going to be our second. We played with Andre Watson, who goes under the official Royal, and just signed with Atlantic Records, and he tapped us on the shoulder. He was really the one that kind of got us in, you know, to take all of what we have and put it together and actually format it, you know, because he wanted us to open for him.
Very good, very good. So you've had some guidance and mentoring from people in the right places with the right amount of experience that'll help you be successful. Yeah. How's that horseshoe feel in your ass? You take it out and polish it every once in a while?
Once in a while, but I like to keep it there. You know, nobody wants to run out of luck.
Right, nobody does, and that's a lot of what the music industry is, because as some of the reality shows you've seen over the past few years, there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of great talent that just haven't been in the right place at the right time to be seen or heard for that opportunity to present itself. And you guys have put in a lot of hard work, as we discussed the other day, like I said, when you were here. A full year, any minute, free minute you can get in the studio, and any time at the shop when the tattoos ain't being done, you guys have been working on music.
That's what we do. It's, the shop serves a dual purpose. I mean, these guys have guitar stacks all over the place, you know, and then that's what we do. So when we're not tattooing or drawing or painting or something creative, and then these guys are hashing out the next cool riff.
All right, so let's break down. And by the way, love the SEC shirt both you and your gal are wearing today.
Hey,
Thank you.
You guys are supporting us. We're going to support, you know,
and
Club Jobbers.
Sure, and you got your shirt directly from Johnny.
Yes, down at Daytona Beach.
Yep, we had that conversation. Yeah, it was actually Johnny, because you had met him just after he got married or just before?
It was something he had just got engaged or just got married. I met his lovely fiance.
That lasts long.
Yeah, that's all right. You know, nothing does.
No, and not especially not with Johnny. It had nothing to do with the girl. It was all Johnny. Nothing lasts long with Johnny. But you guys actually had the opportunity to meet him, and I was very cool for you to show up wearing the shirt today. SEC Radio. Yeah, that's why I said him. Both have them on. Representing SEC Radio and Strip Club Choppers. We love Johnny Lang and Jay Barberry and the entire crew from there. Let's meet the band. We talked to Bruce about his tattoo shop. How long have you been playing music, Bruce?
Man, I've been singing, you know, for 20 years.
Okay, right on.
But never really in an organized band, because, you know, like keeping a band together is like herding cats, you know. But right now we have a great group of guys, man. Everybody's friends, you know, in and out of the studio. So it tends to make things a whole lot easier.
It makes that bond and that chemistry go a lot more.
Everybody checks their ego at the door, and the only thing they want to do is create.
Right on.
And that's kind of what we do.
Now, do you play any musical instruments?
No.
No, so you're just the vocals, you're the guy, and you do a lot of the writing as well. I've talked to the boys, some of them are contributors.
Yeah, I write the lyrics, but these guys are the masterminds behind everything that comes out musically.
All right, so lead singer Bruce, also a tattoo artist, and we're going to let him try his hand at engraving. I think we've got him about convinced to try it.
Yeah,
we're going to give him some old parts and let him try his hand at it, see how it turns out. And next on the list, if you guys will just pass the microphone around there, give me your name, brother, and the instrument you play.
I'm Josh, and I play guitar.
Guitar. Now, Josh, do you do any vocals?
I help out every once in a while.
So you do some of the background stuff?
It's rare, but I do.
And do you contribute to any of the songwriting?
Lately I've been doing more of the business side of it.
Okay, so you're the brains in the outfit.
I'm the apprentice.
Gotcha. Now, how long have you been playing music, Josh?
I've been at music for about 8 years now.
8 years, okay. And is the guitar the only instrument you play?
I started out on drums and bass.
Started at drums and bass, so you can jump in wherever you need help, but guitar's your area of expertise.
For now.
Now, you guys, like I said, are heavy metal and hard rock. Have you been influenced by any other genres of music in your life?
Like when I was younger, I grew up listening to country and whatnot. And then as I got a little bit older, playing football and stuff, my dad was a metalhead.
Okay.
So he's kind of one that leaned me towards, like the Metallica, the Slayer.
Now, your dad is a metalhead. How old are you?
I'm actually 23.
Dude, you look like you're 40. Yeah, you're having heavy metal is hard on you. Slow down. Go back to country for a little bit. Slow your life down a little bit, son. You're going wide open in the fast lane, and I'm a firm believer in wide open till you see God. But every once in a while, you gotta slow down for the curves. You're gonna wipe out.
They owes me $12.
Yeah, right. That's right. Very cool. So coming from a country background into yourself and then influenced by dad with the heavy metal Slayer and Anthrax. And you have all been together for a year now, right? How long did this process take of getting this group of guys together? I'm sure Bruce was probably the first one in, correct?
Well, actually, it was Bruce and I.
Yeah, so you two are the co-founders of this group.
Well, pretty much we are. And Mike, he was also a part of that as well.
And Mike's the dude that's still in bed, right? Oh, he's the one that made it.
Wait, now
Okay, he's here. All right, Mike. I knew there was a couple of guys that come straggling in late, and I know Mike was one of the ones everybody was picking on. Not that your buddies were picking on you or anything, but they were picking on you.
Yeah. That's what we do.
But me and him actually started together in high school.
Wow. Okay.
And we're going over the mall. He was working a lot. I was working a lot. And finally decided to go get a tattoo, and that's when I met Bruce, and that's when we all started.
Okay.
And then next thing you know, everybody else just came in order. It was pretty cool.
All right. Well, speaking of coming in order, let's step down to the big guy next to you there, who everybody was picking on, and that is Chris. Mike. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm horrible with names.
He called me Doug the other day.
I called him Doug. Yeah. Don't worry, before you leave him, we'll call him John. John's over there. It 1, it 2, it 3. So, Mike, what do you do in this outfit?
I'm also vocals.
Okay. You play any instruments?
I don't really play any instruments.
Nope. You just sit there and play with yourself and wait for it's your turn to hit a high note.
Or, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hey, works great, man. The guy sings like a bird.
That's right.
One of the songs later, if you want to play it.
Yeah.
Or he takes the lead on one of our songs.
Pretty much what I do is whatever he can.
Whatever he can't?
So it's mine.
Oh, okay. So I was actually joking. You look like the kind of guy that would probably have a
Right.
deeper range when singing, but you do some of the higher octaves?
Like highs, I'm doing like screams and growls.
And now,
Basic singing.
I got to give you guys credit because I'm not influenced by heavy metal much. I appreciate the art of it. It's just not something that's my flavor. But I did listen to your CD yesterday. Jen and I put it in and listened to it. The clarity of your words impressed me more so than I have ever heard. And I've heard a lot of heavy metal bands because of what I do for a living. We go around to these motorcycle rallies and MC and host, and there's always heavy metal bands.
That was my main thing too. It's so clean.
That distorted, how am I supposed to get the message of your song? I mean, I understand the feeling behind it. I can hear it in the music, but I'm the kind of guy that likes to hear the lyrics. What are you talking about? What is the message in your song? And the fact that your guys' lyrics were clear and communicable to your audience impressed me.
Well, good. Yeah, I mean, I wanted the lyrics to come across and be heard, but to have the emotion of, either anger or hate or love or whatever the feeling that goes into it. Just because it's heavy metal doesn't mean you have to be angry.
Right.
I mean, Slipknot's angry because they came from Ohio. You ever been to Ohio?
Yeah, I've been to Ohio.
Cornfields and windmills, dude, I'd be pissed too.
Yeah, I was angry that I had to go to Ohio.
Iowa.
I can imagine. Oh, I've been to Iowa too, dude.
Iowa's even
Corn.
worse. Yeah, that's it. Corn and windmills. That's why Slipknot's so bad.
Yeah.
That's all that's there.
That's where they're from is Iowa. Yeah, Iowa's worse
Right.
because I rode to Iowa. motorcycle, wife on the back. It's the Sturgis trip of a lifetime.
I've been there a couple times, yeah.
You're riding to Iowa and through Iowa, and the wind is blowing so hard, you're leaning into it. You're riding at a 45-degree angle, and every time you hit a bridge and the wind stops, you feel like you're going to flop over. It's terrified the hell out of the wife. We found the best John Deere dealership on the planet. There was $3 million worth of John Deere tractors parked in front of this joint. In the back of it was a 3-lane bowling alley and a 4-table bar.
That's no town in Iowa.
Yeah, Sheldon. And the funny part of the name of it was Sheldon, Iowa, and all I could think about was Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang Theory. Yep, Benny. But the bowling alley and everybody. So we go in there, sit down. We're having a couple of beers and a couple of things to eat. It's me, the wife, and 3 of my friends who were on the trip with us. And it turns out after an hour and a half, this family gets up and walks over to the table and admits to us that they have spent the past 45 minutes just eavesdropping on our conversation because we don't get many strangers here. Like, what? Yeah, they don't get outside communication with anybody, apparently. This girl told me this was the biggest town she lived in. She moved from a smaller town in North Dakota.
Population 7.
Well, I said, what's the population of this town? She said 1,100. Then what's the population of the town you came from? She said, well, before I left, it was 497. See, when I left, it was 496.
Unless she was a big woman.
Yeah, she was a big woman. That was 495 and a half.
You've acquired 2 populations.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I was like,
oh my goodness. So yeah, your music was impressive to me because of the clarity, and the message was clearly communicated not only through the music itself, but through the lyrics of the song. So let me get back over here to Big Mike. We kind of jumped off on him. How long have you been in music, Mike, and what's your musical background, my friend?
I don't know, I'd probably say been in music about 2 years.
2 years. How old are you?
22.
22. So in high school, music never really, like Josh said, a couple of these guys in high school, you really didn't discover music you were out.
Well, I would go over to Johnson sometimes and we used to just like have little jam sessions, but I didn't really care about it then. But now
it bites you in the ass, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Once music bites you, dude, you're just done.
It's like a drug, man.
Yeah, I love music. I can't play a radio, but I love music, and I come from a musical family. Well, it's based on religion. My family is very religious, and they're all in church. I've got like a couple of Baptist ministers and gospel music groups, but they all play piano, bass guitar, acoustic, mandolin, banjo. You know, I can't hardly play with myself without, hurting myself. So,
well, you at least get some sound out of it.
Right out, yes. Squeak. I was out of the cake. Yeah, I was offended that I didn't get any of that talent, but I've always been impressed by it, and I've always been around music, and I've always loved music, and I love the fact that when people can use music to communicate, and I understand that heavy metal a lot of times comes from an angry place, but I like the fact what you said. Just because it's heavy metal doesn't mean it has to be angry. You can use that type of passion to express love, too. It doesn't always have to be salt and pet me. Sometimes it's beat the hell out of me because I like it. And yeah,
you look right
did you see your eyebrows? I mean, her eyes, hit me one time. Damn,
hearing a high pitched whistle.
Yeah, this would be foreplay for Andy. She's starting today. We all just start bumping into her and knock her, pull her hair as we walk by.
That's awesome.
She'll be so damn wound up by the time she gets to Arizona. The plane will have to land, it'll overheat in the sky.
Let me drive.
Yeah, right. So you're 2 years into this deal, and you have landed smack dab in the middle of an up-and-coming heavy metal band. How do you feel about that? Because a lot of people spend a lot of time paying their dues. I think you may have a bigger horseshoe in your rear end than Bruce does. The fact that you landed with such a great group of guys to start out with, you've got to feel some luck there, don't you?
Yeah, I feel very fortunate.
Well, good. I wish you all the best. And you're just vocals and backup right now, and no instrument, right? No instrument. Well, we're going to teach you to play something, dude. I don't care if it's a fucking tambourine. You playing something. You'll be the only heavy metal band with a tambourine and maracas.
Hey,
It'd be a sick twist, but I think y'all can pull it off.
It's working. That'd be
awesome.
Who's willing to try? If we can find a plastic surgeon that's willing to implant, them gourds? Put gourds in your boobs? I mean,
I'll put maraca. You put
Brings whole new meaning. Then you have to learn the cover of Mama's Got a Squeeze Box, Daddy Never Leaves at Night or Sleeps at Night. And she walks out on the stage at the end of the song and just goes, squeak, squeak, and walks off. That would be awesome. All right, so my next guy in line over there is the drummer. And when we switch, you two are just going to have to flip seats because you're not on camera there, young man. But I believe I've got Mike now, right? Damn it. Jen, remember name tags. We're going to put name tags on these people. We've got to put name tags on.
We're going to go to John.
Yeah, John.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
You fucking kidding me?
All right. No, I'm not kidding you. I've got 2 brain cells left, dude, and they're both waving by to each other. They don't know who's next. They just know one's next. All right, so whatever this kid's name is with the hat on, Jen, lean back. There you go. Now we can see. You're the drummer in this outfit, and you do no singing. You do no songwriting. Yep. You write the drum bars and then just beat the hell out of your kit until somebody tells you to stop, right? Until it breaks.
It breaks first.
Now, that's what I wanted to ask. With the heavy tempo of heavy metal type music, how often do you break? I know sticks break all the time, that's the drummers, but how long, skins and drums, how often do you actually play? You ain't hitting hard enough then. Every band loves good head. There you go. That should be. Yeah, that'll be every, you want to sell that t-shirt, every drummer on the planet. Every drummer loves good head. Well, yeah.
That's exactly what he does.
Now, I have talked to other drummers in different genres of music. You are the first heavy metal drummer I've ever talked to. I have watched drummers for years come off the stage, I mean, just ringing, drenched, wet, and just so physically exhausted, they can hardly hold their arms or their legs up to walk. You're constantly moving. Your arms are constantly moving. How important is physical fitness in a drummer's life? Because I don't think most people understand that. Right. Yeah, the guy from Def Leppard, everybody thought he was an exhibitionist. No, he was just tired of washing fucking clothes. You know, that much sweat and sodium coming out of your body, man. Yeah. The most interesting drummer I met said that he was not a fighter, but because of when you mentioned you run to help keep the rhythm in your feet, No, not you. I'm talking to him. Yeah, I'm talking to the guy that looks like he runs. Not me and you. That he used boxing type training, you know, for footwork and hand speed just to keep rhythm and stuff. And you mentioned that you ran and it helped keep rhythm in your feet. I imagine much like a fighter who isn't in the ring on a regular basis, keeping your hand speed and agility is something you need to work on a regular basis just to stay in time and not hit the wrong cymbal or drum or something. I'm amazed. Everybody thinks playing the drum is fairly easy. I've never considered it easy watching you guys do what you do for the length of period of time you do it. I mean, it's a physically demanding, you know, I'm not a singer, but I get up on stage and talk into a microphone for hours on end. I could see how singers tired. I felt that. I could do that. I couldn't do what you do, man. Not at all. Next in line, if you'll scoot down and let that man slide into your seat, that's the perfect view there. Young man, give me your name and your part in this band. And do you sing? But you do contribute to the lyric writing, correct? And then they tell you shut the hell up and pick the guitar up, right? Yes, awesome. So you're the lead guitarist. How long have you been in music, and what have your musical influences been? What's that? That's very cool. Very cool. Well, you guys said you are a tight knit group of friends, not only through music but through tattoos and just hanging out. And you said you were in band in school. What instrument did you play in band? How did I know he was a sax player? No, it's not because he's very sexy. He just looked like he just had that laid back. Every sax player kind of has this aura about him, you know. It just nothing seems to phase him. I'm just here hanging out. It's like he hovers above everything, you know. It was just a cool aura about him. I knew he played saxophone or harmonica. The harmonica players got up. Well, not only are they orally proficient, they're a little bit better with their tongue. Yeah. See, that's one little reed, but so that makes them a good, you know, pussy eater. They got one little reed, but if you get a guy that plays a harmonica, he'll roll your eyes back in your head. I'm telling you. Yeah, learn to play the harmonica, boys. Guys, girls will be beating your damn door down. Come here and play this harmonica once, son. Let me show you something. Brace yourself. You're gonna feel a bitch. So Bruce, have you prepared these guys for what the roadies and groupies are like? You've been around music all of your life. These guys, some of these guys are newbies to the music industry. What are they going to do when the girls start throwing panties up on the stage and whatnot? This one over here looks like he could hurt himself. Right now, they don't have any. That was the one we were just talking to.
Yeah, he will sometimes. But yeah, they don't have a problem getting that.
$50 ain't get laid anywhere, right? Yeah, sure.
And probably get changed.
Or get it twice. You need to increase the quality of chicks y'all are running around with.
Well, that's kind of what we're branching out to the music.
That's what all about being a rock star is, isn't it? Start dating prettier chicks with lower morals.
I'm satisfied with what I have, but
I want a pretty chick with no morals.
That's what
awesome. That's so hot.
Yeah, I want a pretty chick with no morals.
That one, yeah.
Next T-shirt from Midevil Custom Cycles. I want a chick with pretty looks and no morals. We know you got no morals, but you've got a man. See, all the pretty girls with no morals are already taken.
But when they have no morals, they'll leave them.
Yeah. No, you will pitch or catch for the other team anytime you get the chance, right? Let's go back over to this kid. How did this go to conversation we started? There's Miss Deborah back in the picture. Nobody's going to be paying attention to what you say anymore, so you can just start talking gibberish. Because now that these two are live on YouTube kissing on each other's neck, everybody's just going to hear wah, 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 wah. So a sax player in school, got your first guitar at the age of 12. What type of music did you first begin to play on your guitar, my friend? Smoke on the water, right? I don't even play music, but I can do that. Now see, I don't know if I've ever talked to any other heavy metal person that said blues was an influence. That's interesting. You too? All right, well, we'll talk to you in a minute. But now you'll be the second. Sorry, you just sat in the wrong seat. You could have been first. You just picked the wrong seat to finish. So blues is your influence. Where'd you go from there? And where did you meet these guys at? How did you become incorporated into this group? Okay. So just networking through the music world, and now
Actually, via the tattoo shop.
via the tattoo. That's what I was going to say. Did you become an apprentice of the tattoo shop first, or did you become a member of the group first?
I was a member of the group first, and then I was Ron and I used to do this in the other times and
Right on. I got to answer a question via YouTube. Somebody put, not the normal show, what's going on here? We're interviewing and hanging out with Enemy Within, a heavy metal and hard rock band from the northeastern Maryland, Delaware area. They've been in the studio and in the works for a year, putting their music and their twist on heavy metal music. They've got a CD together. They're putting shows and tours together. And we wanted the opportunity to hang out with them. Bruce is also an accomplished tattoo artist, owns a tattoo shop over in Elkton. So it's a party. It's the last party for a while for us. And our broadcast will end today. Jen and I are both traveling for the weekend. We come back on Monday. We're hitting it hard and heavy, putting it together. The best damn entertainment on the planet, bar none. It'll be the new edition of the Walrus Jen Show starting Monday, October the 6th. We'll have a full 4-hour show full of entertainment, hanging out with great guests. It was fun to have Kim from Kim's Crypt here yesterday. Yeah, I love the fact that you just keep bringing crazy, beautiful women in here. I mean, Kim was a lot of fun, and then today we got Miss Deborah in here. Awesome job, darling. Awesome job. And thanks to the guys from Enemy Within for hanging out with us. Where I was with him, the tattoo, yes. You became a member of the band first and then an apprentice. How's your apprenticeship going? I didn't know there was a lot of crying in tattoo apprenticeship.
When you hurt someone?
Right on, okay. That's cool. And how you come along with that? How far away are you from touching your first live flesh? Right on. All right, well, listen, I would like to volunteer my flesh for practice because I got some shit I want filled in. And I also, I had to find a segue to be able to take my sweater on because I had to let them know they would represent me. I had to wear it. Of course, Jen left a note on this shirt. Wear this Thursday. I'm like, all of a sudden, Christ, she has become my work wife.
I did the same thing with my girl's underwear.
Right. But you know, I got some spots here on my arm. I like my 69 put in there to match my 13 on that side. So yeah, you need some practice. I'd be a willing volunteer and what you would call advertisement for the shop. So you know, I'm always willing to be stuck with needles. Right on. We would love to do that. I actually want to come do a live broadcast from the tattoo studio sometime soon as we get that worked out when we are, as we're putting together our new show. It's airing October the 6th, Monday, October the 6th. The Walrus Jen Show kicks off, and we are thrilled to have Enemy Within. Now, where did that name come from? Who came up? Was that you, newbie, over there? Really, pages.
Yeah. What is that? That sucks, Sparky. Yeah, Rocky, that sucks.
That's not how I want
And so, now, where did the idea come from? When Enemy Within, I mean, are we all possessed and wanting to, you know, suppress the demons within us, or?
Well, it's kind of like, because we have to talk a lot about things that happen nowadays, like government and everything all down. Everybody has interviews, you know.
Sure we do.
And, you know, so that's why I thought, oh, you know, it's like, something bad can come out of it, or something good. But everything's not always bad, but there's just things that come out good.
And see, I think that's why Jen invited you guys here. The theme of this show is always a positive energy. I tell everybody, if John Tesh would ever do anything illegal and land himself in prison, I would hope that they would put him with Howard Stern, because I would be I'd be the love child of Howard Stern, John Tesh's prison sex encounters, you know? I've got a twisted mentality about life, but it's always positive, and I'm like you. No matter what goes on in your life, you can take a negative and make a positive out of it. If you couldn't, a U-turn would have never been invented. And I believe that with all of my heart and all of my soul. So I was just curious about the name when I heard it, because I know 45 years in, I've been fighting demons for a long time, man. You know, the bastards just keep rearing their ugly heads. And music is a way that a lot of people deal with their inner demons, and I was just curious if that's where the name comes from. I'm not so sure I want to talk about this last guy's demons. I mean, this dude shows up looking like a homeless dude with a bull ring in his nose.
That sums up great.
All right, so we don't need to talk to him. We're coming back to you, bro.
That's a rock star right there.
Let's talk to Craig down there. What am I looking at? The time? I don't care. Is he here? He is. Okay, we got to talk to the vape dude in a minute. Do y'all vape? You do? Good, stick around. We'll make you pass out free samples here in a minute. There's a smoky fog in this place. Craig, welcome to the show, man. Sorry, last but not least, this young man's been very patiently waiting for his turn. Craig, give me the instrument, what you do in this little group, and how long you've been in music. Right on. I had to ask that question. What is a lead bassist? Because does that mean you have two bassists? No, I'm a lead guitar player, but this is the only job they had available, so I learned to play the bass. Awesome. But I guess that being a lead guitar player, was it easy for you to pick up the bass? And I bet you can throw some pretty twisted licks down on a bass if you start implementing some of your lead guitar. I can imagine. I look forward to hearing that live in the very near future. How long have you been involved in music, bro? 10 years. Now, you've always been a lead guitarist? Did you ever have any involvement like school band or anything? You were just that pothead in the garage driving your parents or neighbors crazy, right? Still is, right? I moved out of the garage into the basement. No, that was me. I did. 10 years in, how old are you, my friend? That would do the math, seeing how you got your guitar at 13, right? Duh, do the math.
All these pages in here so little time.
Yeah, and you all know that this woman is branded, tattooed, and marked by the federal government as an official cougar, right? So every one of y'all's sexual integrity is in jeopardy as long as you are within the four walls of this building. Just be well aware of that. Venture to the bathroom by yourself at your own risk. Take a buddy, because she will.
Take a buddy.
She will separate. Yeah, she will separate you from the herd and attack you. I am not kidding. Listen, boys and girls, we're going to jump off here to a little music. Take a music break. Let these guys wet their whistle, catch a smoke if they want one. We'll be back with a whole lot more. I've got Joe Cat and Factory Lines coming up for you. You are listening to the Walrus Jen Show right here, live from the Midevil Custom Cycles Studios in Street, Maryland, and streaming live on YouTube. Morning, everybody. Like trained monkeys, y'all just wave on the man. That's awesome. You should have. That's even better. Absolutely.
We also, I don't know if you say it,
Oh, you can say it. You can say whatever.
I got like
Dude, you can do whatever you want, brother.
like one of my good friends is a model, and she's gonna probably be helping us out.
Right on. We're going to come back with the bait guy next.
Yeah,
Let's bring him in, and then we'll bring the band back.
oh, hell yeah. I appreciate it, man.
Oh, dude, no, you don't know how much I appreciate y'all because, see, you'll put it out there to your friends because the show will podcast. So those that couldn't listen live, you'll tell your friends, they'll go, and it drives my numbers up.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it helps me
It'd
get
be
my...
cool to actually like have like a review sometime.
Oh, I'd love to.
How's everything?
Yeah. Yeah, would love to do that. Sorry about the delay, brother, man. I appreciate your understanding, though. What's your name? Chud? Chug. Chug. Like chug. Chug, yeah. Chug, like beer. Chug beer. Yeah. God damn, that thing's heavy. That's a weapon. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. That kind of network. So you guys are way more of a help to me than I probably am to you. I should be thanking you all. Awesome. Very cool. Now, where is your shop, sir? Seaford, Delaware. And are you just a retailer, or do you make your own vape? You make your own flavor. You make your own juice. All right. Where's that other microphone? No, Rick does. My partner here in the bike shop, vapes. Him and his wife vape. What's the name of your shop? Everything Vapes. Everything Vapes. 20 seconds, brother. We'll be live. About 4 fingers away from that microphone. Lean into it. If you don't want to lean into it, you can pick it up and hold it. Feel free to. Just slide it right out. Make sure that that button always stays pushed towards your mouth when it's back and off. Good morning, Walrus Nation. You're listening to the Walrus Jen Show live from the Midevil Custom Cycles Studios here in Street, Maryland. We're having a great time this morning. We had the opportunity to talk to Enemy Within. We'll be talking to those guys again later on in the program. But right now, joining me live on the program from Everything Vapes in Seaford, Delaware, we've got Chugs. How you doing this morning, Chugs?
Doing well.
Dude, if I was any better, I'd be somebody else. I just don't know who I would want to be. I think I'd want to be you. And it sounds like you've got a great thing going on over there in Seaford, Delaware. You guys make your own juices?
We do. That's the way we make all the juices.
Do me a favor, Jen. Hold that up right there at the top of your microphone, and then just go straight towards the camera until I tell you to stop. Yeah, there we go. There's your vape juice. Chug's vape.
Chug vapor.
Chug vapor. And thank you there, Miss Laura. The lovely Laura LeBlanc hanging out with us. Her and Cooter come cruising in here. The rain must have dampened Cooter's day on the job. They took advantage of it. Good to see her. She said she about let a woo-hoo out earlier. I told her you should have done it. It would have caused stir all over. Charlotte Midnight Rider would have just thought she was having hallucinations. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry.
Yeah.
Started making noise.
He's got a remote control of that thing. Hold it up once and let him see it. It is the biggest vape tool I have ever seen in my life. It looks more like a torque wrench, and it's about as heavy as one.
That is called the
Never mind. Never mind. We'll discuss that off the air.
it's gonna have a mind if you
I'm so happy.
She created her own juice while you enjoy yours, right? There you go. So, how long have you been in the vape business? I know vaping is the newest, latest, and greatest alternative to cigarette smoking.
I've just moved about 2 years ago. Our shop we opened about 7 months ago. That was 3 months and we finally got into our shop on the water. They want to operate the spot. We got help.
And your shop is called Everything Vape. Everything Vapes. And do you have a website or social media outlets where people can find you?
We do. We've got Twitter, Facebook, and then the website is vape.com. Where you can go on there to come up and
let them know that you heard about him on the Walrus Jen Show. Let them know you're a member of the Walrus Nation, and he'll take care of you. Now, every juice has something special about it, they say. Everybody's trying to find that niche that makes theirs different, whether it's flavors or the ability to offer some euphoric effect, whatever the case may be. What makes your juice different than everybody else?
The great thing about our juice is that I'm a driver. I mean, we've got our tank line as well. This right here is this bottle, and we want the sub-base max speed is 85. So that makes everybody who's trying to fly a that's what all it is.
You produce the most amount of smoke, more or less. It's not really smoke, though, is it?
Yeah, the difference between smoke, smoke is dry air,
right?
With water vapor. You inhale, exhale, the nicotine is inhaled through a water vapor phase. When you exhale that, it's going to still water vapor. After smoking, get that second-hand smoke, it's the same thing.
And of course, there's always the after products because tobacco companies have for years, as it's come to reality, they hate you all. Tobacco companies for years have been putting chemicals that have been proven to be carcinogens. Is there any test evidence that can say this is 100% carcinogen free, or is there undetermined information?
No, actually, there's more and more information going on. The biggest reason this has originally you need an inside any type of juice you might have made the one you use to get rid of all you there's nothing that's going to hurt you, it's harmful in there, you're clean by itself.
Okay, so here's a question from a guy that you consider just the village idiot kind of person, but here is how I think logically. You're taking a water vapor and inhaling it into your lungs. Right. Pneumonia is an overabundance of fluid in the lungs. Can somebody over vape enough to put enough water vapor in their lungs to incite the beginning of pneumonia or some type of bronchial problem? I don't.
There's been no known cases that we've seen yet.
Wow.
And she told us,
can you help me out? I've had family members like that. The only reason I'm able to do that impersonation, I've heard it. Sorry there, girlie. Next time squeeze your balls a little harder so your voice goes up enough.
You know, she's been dating with us now about 7 weeks. Hey, look back to the doctor.
Only after 7 weeks.
After 7 weeks.
So
the way this starts working is they want to quit smoking. The first week is going to be hard. The ones that use that dry heat. And with this version, week 1 and week 2, you can talk about the max.
See, that leads to the next step in my logical thinking process, that when a kid, as a child, I had croup a lot, and with my lungs filled up, croup is like borderline pneumonia or something. I don't know. I had too much. They would always put me in a room with a humidifier.
Right.
Therein was my next question, in the fact that you led perfectly into it with the 4-pack-a-day smokers. When they use humidity or a humidifier to clean out a kid's lungs who has croup and things like nebulizer stuff, and what kind of effect does that have on somebody that smokes? And you said she hacked up quite a bit of nasty stuff, huh? Did she bag it up, bring it to you, and go, look at this? Oh, okay, I got it. See, I'm the kind of guy that would do that. I'd save it in the jar and go, look at this shit.
That'd be like a kill off a ghost.
Right. Yeah. I can only imagine. Well, a 4-pack smoker a day. Did she quit cold turkey and go right to vaping?
She did damage, picked up a vaping start, killed it, make it feel anybody likes to alcohol smoking, you can't without breaking that. What it is she went from literally 4 packs a day, and in the first 2 weeks, it's supposed to figure it out in about a week and a half, and made us look figure it out.
Really?
So, okay. So, as you talked about how much better it is for you physically and health-wise, how about cost? Because that's also a thing. So, it's about $6 a day, I said, with the tax debt. So, what's the cost difference? How much money do you do? How much do you always do?
The average person for most of the record is on the black. We're creating the list of versions and then after that, the only thing you really need to worry about is the antibodies, which is the replacement for all and no glasses. A bottle of juice like this guy juice or that would last the average person anyone that makes these anywhere to $4 to $5. So 1 month ago, $154 down to about $30 a month.
Wow. So not only is it safer health-wise, it's also much better in that pocket.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, there you
spend
go.
more on whiskey, beer, and women.
Yep. My booze allowance just increased 33%. That's awesome. Now, back to something you hit on, that what makes you different is the amount of vape produced. Is that the swag folks that vape are looking for? Is that the, you know how the peacock spreads its feathers and let everybody know it's the best peacock on the planet? The more vape you can puff and exhale, is that the cock of the walk? Is that the pissing contest that everybody that vapes goes through?
Oh, yeah, it really is. It happens when you start out when you start, that's what you've done for your lifeline. Generally, what we'll do is start with that. We'll find out if you feel too bad. We start with pretty much 12 weeks. After 4 weeks, you don't use that to at all with a full time. So, unless you're having like a 7 or 8, 9 times out of 10, after about a month, month and a half, those people are even mixed with it. And that's when they go through all the kids. This would be the RDA when you look around cold, look at yourself, and then you can pour it out, take yourself nice.
Wow, so now we're custom building these things to produce more foam, more things. And the fact that you say you help people wean themselves off of nicotine, much like Nicorette gum, you know, or the patch, you step down. But a lot of people I have talked to are more addicted to the action of just puffing the cigarette. And
that hand up. Psychologically, what you need is when you put Nicorette gum in the patch, they're not going to do it. What's not going to do that same motion that you've been doing. You've been smoking for 5-10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the nicotine all day long, but all that's doing is use the addiction side of it. Right, you need to see that.
The habitual.
You see the smoke, you're like, holy shit, okay, I'm still doing the same thing. Only instead of killing myself, now I'm getting healthy.
Right. And people vape all over the place. You see it all the time. Is it potentially the fact that they're weaning off the nicotine too fast? Because there's sometimes, and people are sucking on that thing like it's a devil's dick, Jack. I mean, and I don't know if they're trying to fog out and be impressive, or if they're missing something they're not getting.
See, what a lot of people do is, a lot of the shops out there, will do $6 competition, but there's not enough knowledge. I made this one initially, basically, my partner and I, when we started this company, we're more about getting people to quit not quit for a month and then come back.
So you're not trying to sell vape juice, you're actually trying to help people quit smoking.
That is our main goal.
That's awesome.
If you come in, we'll work with whatever budget you got to make sure. When you walk out, the type of experience, get left on the wall clean, and you're walking out basically. And that way you have a new name, new one.
Now, see, that's a difference in mentality from most vape shops. You know, they always want to sell the coolest, latest, and greatest product, or my vape's better than anybody else's. But you haven't made any any comment about, you know, you need this, that. No, we want to make sure you put your cigarettes on the wall of shame, and I think that is a commendable motivation to start a business. Where most people look for independence and greed, and your motivation is, hey, look, if I can make money helping people, I don't need to make a lot of money. I just need to eat. And I appreciate that mentality and respect it as well. Anybody that's willing to do something to help their fellow man and improve the health of our overall society. My God knows we're killing ourselves with everything from fast food to chemicals and steroids in our chickens and meth tacos from yesterday's show. Don't talk about the yeah, me and you both are like, damn, we're well into this show. I'm starting to look for lunch here in a few minutes. So give me the websites again where they can find you, phone numbers, whatever you want to throw out there, brother. Let everybody know where they can find Everything Vape.
You can find us online at everythingvape.com. Our shop number is 302-990-2920. That's Marcus Doug. The quick back on what you called that a moment ago with the that usually means that they don't have high. What we do is, if you came in again, I'll use that example to keep that. If you started with 12, and you swing back in a week later, that's when, okay, we'll bump your next two up to 18. That way, that way, you're not getting rid of the two things.
There you go.
That way, it's coming down too fast. That's why we want to take you down. If you look at us on our Facebook page, you'll see all the support stories, people constantly talking about it. And we get on there and we give them help. They're not, they say, well, I screwed up my smoke one, but you need to come back and see this.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is you can deliver the needed nicotine in a much safer method where they're not plugging their lungs up with all the, there's the fog. Look at that.
There you go.
Dear God, what a cloud.
Jen,
I can't find you.
It's like an NA sponsor for cigarettes.
Yeah, this is
you fell off the wagon, you come back in here.
What's
We'll
happening? What's going on, buddy? Lance hanging out with us today. That's right, he's off today, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
You know what else I was wondering, too? If you can do this anywhere, like in a restaurant.
Now, when you foam like that, though, do people, even though they know it's not harmful to them, do they just give you that dirty, disturbed look like you bastard?
No, honestly, as vaping awareness is getting out there, more and more people are actually coming to us. And they'll come over and say, what the hell was that? And they want to know what we hit.
And it's not this.
Yeah, that had a lovely smell to that. I'm a fan of vanilla. Did that have vanilla in it?
That one is called Caesar. That is vanilla.
See? I knew it had, oh man, my wife uses this vanilla lotion that I can do right off.
She does it.
Yeah, I know that's why she does it, but it drives me crazy. And when you blew that, honey, you're going to start vaping and you're going to smoke this stuff and wear that vanilla lotion, just so you know.
And to answer your question there as well, was about 3 months ago in Delaware, they were trying to pass out for a and on the last minute notice, actually, I didn't realize that it was going to get too high kind of thing, so I showed up in and that short thing, I didn't realize we were speaking. I thought we were standing in the audio video. So what happened was we ended up live on the street. So myself and Brendan from another shop, we actually split up and they were trying to fan the patient for
Wow.
We shut down the ALA and the ATA and the other acronym names for people who just wanted to sound check. And the issues that they had, we put them up. And with that, by the end of the day, all the highest families, everybody's going to stick like rats with a foot on the back. Our shop got that shut down so that way we can actually protect those bases the way that you want it to. So you can still bake where you want to go. I mean, it is personal storage and preference for people to do. But I mean, if I'm not the dinner, I'm not going to obviously say this is a big cloud. I've got people around you. You know, you base a little bit of we get the waiters and the waitresses that come over, I get their cars. Because more and more now, they just keep hanging around people's things. You go down there, you get their hands, and they're all in this and just making it work.
So that's really knowledgeable about every part of it. Yeah, and that's what's important so everyone knows the knowledge about it and facts about it too.
And that's where I pat you on the back. I'm a firm believer in education, and I don't give a damn whether you're working on motorcycles, if you're selling vape juices, if you're doing radio and entertaining people. I don't give a shit if you're selling widgets on the corner of a street somewhere in an urban setting. You know everything about your product. When somebody comes in there and asks you something, and your answer is, I don't know, and and you're not willing to go find the answer, I don't care that you don't know everything, but if I have a question and you can't answer it, you want to be able to know where to find the answer fairly quickly. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Most people don't take that kind of accountability or responsibility for their business or their job in general, whether it is even their personal business or they're working for someone else. I want them to be knowledgeable about what we're doing, be interested in your job. This is what we do. You know, back in the day, you were identified by your job. And when I say back in the day, if your daddy was a banker in the 1800s, you were going to be a banker. You know, if your daddy was involved in law, you were going to be a lawman, you know, because this is what we do. And this is what we taught our younger generations. Now the opportunity to do so many things is out there, but yet they go through them without having the knowledge and understanding they need to be wise about what they're doing. And I commend you for having the wisdom about your product and about your business and taking care of your customers. There is a motivation behind your drive for success that is to help others, not to be rich. And I commend you for that. That's definitely a positive message that not only people in the vaping industry could use, it's some advice that everybody on this planet could use. Remember, Walrus Nation, we're all about the positive energy. The law of attraction is as true as the law of gravity. Whatever you throw up in the air, that same exact thing is going to come back down. Well, your attitude does the same thing in this universe. If you've got a negative attitude and you're spewing out negative energy, guess what? The universe is going to send negative things your way. If you'll be positive, if you'll have a proactive and a positive attitude, guess what? The universe is going to send you positive things. These guys in the band that were up here earlier, very positive guys. I told Bruce how do you feel about that horseshoe in his butt. He said, I like to leave it there, you know. Always done right by me. And the other young man who is new to the music world landed himself in the arms of this wonderful group of people that are putting this heavy metal band together, Enemy Within. We're going to be talking to them later on in the program some more. But the Everything Vapes Lounge. Is it a lounge? Can you come in there and hang out and party? I mean, not party, but hang out and rest, relax, enjoy your vape?
There's a lot of jobs out there that they've got the couch, nobody really uses it. I mean, you spend 5 minutes in my shop, you'll see that we've got this any given time, some customers that want to do outside these days. We'll get about the day. you people who've been there on the one place and hang out and once you get there, we've got the Xbox One on there, we've got
Right.
I mean, when you were a smoker, you never once went outside and said, hey, let me try it.
Right.
Hey, try this. You can do it.
People are
if you run into a vapor on the street, it's like, man, you try it. You know what I mean?
And I want to be very clear about something. You're not reselling somebody else's product. You make your own juices.
Some vapors are 100% made in-house. And that juice got picked up by one of the biggest nationwide distributors. They're just carrying our juice. Our juice right now is we were local and it's finally getting that juice that we do. There's no good line out there. There's magnified, there's best flavors. We've done some stuff with other people out there.
Now, how many different flavors do you offer?
Right now we got 15 and 19 lines, and then we also have another 19 lines we offer in tanks as well. So that way, if you've got the Vito tanks that can't get on the different juice,
I noticed that when you were loading your pen, and as those that were watching via YouTube, they seen you squeezing that on there. It came out much like a Aura gel. You know, it's kind of thick like the stuff you rub on your gums.
Now, a lot of the higher juices that are big fans, those are ours is 55 That means you get 50
Walrus Nation, I've got to tell you, no matter what your needs or desires are for vaping, this gentleman's got you covered. He can help you get a suitable nicotine level that'll never leave you desiring a cigarette ever again. Your nicotine needs will be met. If you're just a vape guy that likes to blow that cloud and strut your stuff, it's what adds to your swag. Well, they can give you the most swag possible out of your vaping experience. He's got high volume clouds. He's got a great juice. He's got a plan, and he's also got the knowledge and education to help figure out what your vaping needs and requirements are, and he can meet them for you. It's everythingvapes.com. If you're in the Seaford, Delaware area, look them up and stop by. You can find them on the internet. Give me that phone number again, Chuck.
202-990-292.
Write that down. Again, if you didn't catch it, go to everythingvapes.com. Also available on a national online retail outlet coming soon. Can you give the name of that outlet now? Or
yeah, it's going to be the next thing is job that we're going to do.
And so this isn't a retail outlet for consumers. This is for other vape shops. Your product will be available again. What's that? Vape Biz?
Vaporworld.biz.
Vaporworld.biz. If you would like to carry everything vapes juices in your shop, be sure you look for them there at that website coming soon for wholesale outlets to vape shops worldwide. And again, if you're in the Mid-Atlantic region, you're passing through Delaware, make sure you cruise by Seaford and go look for everything vapes. Let Chugs and Mike know you appreciate everything they're doing to help us be a healthier smoking community. Nicotine ain't what kills you. It's all the chemicals and crap that the tobacco companies add. And a lot of that's done by federal regulation. That's the issue. The government's making them put that crap in there. Tobacco, like another natural thing that comes up out of the ground, and the government stuck their hands in it, screwed it up.
Well, the reason why the government's not stepping in so much too as well is because the way that the laws are written is action back. Nicotine by itself is not back. Right now, all they're trying to do is that's why they're trying to back down already. Everyone knows that any good business and big shop knows we want regulation on our country. So much garbage they put in. But if you have to use your juices, do not buy it. If you have 3 to 4 main ingredients,
Yeah, why do the Asians put so many fillers in there?
cost effective, there's no regulation there. I mean, they tested 500 bottles of juice. out of those 500 bottles, over 400 of them were over 20. So they weren't even close to what you start getting this nice food, this food, and then they bake it and have your lungs up. Terrible. They're also putting it expensive, dying food, and stuff like that. If you don't go and give you whatever color it is, it's food, and you concentrate to in. And the same consequence to it might be for the food, for food, food flavor, candy. All this is great.
Now, you said they put dyes in it, and you said vape juice should be whatever color it is. But would there ever be the opportunity if you could find a harmless dye, the opportunity where you could create this big puff of blue smoke or pink smoke?
I'm actually working on something like that right now.
Really?
Got a job there. Also the rum stuff. But they do have a pretty rough guy that they do. Actually, we look at it. It's not that's good. So I know that they feel it. Right on. That was happy. That's it.
Yeah, I would think that would be pretty damn cool. Well, Chugs, I appreciate you taking the time to come by and hang out with us. This has been very enlightening to me because I really always thought just vaping was, the latest, greatest fad. I really had no idea what an intricate part it could play in quitting smoking and having a much healthier respiratory system. And still, if you enjoy your nicotine, you can still enjoy it and be healthy. It's not detrimental to your health. And Chugs can also help you get that big, fat, puffy cloud of smoke better than anybody. So when you want that big puffy cloud, make sure you see Everything Vapes in Seaford, Delaware. It's everythingvapes.com. Be sure you go by and let them know that you are a fan and a friend of the Walrus Nation, and you appreciate their time hanging out here on the Walrus Jen Show. Chugs, I'd love to have you back sometime soon. Is there any shout outs you need to do, brother? Anybody you want to? Wow.
And then like us on Facebook, we'll look at the channel. Put it in everything we're going to do. All Walrus Jen. My business partner for us,
Enter Walrus as the coupon code. He'll have it set up later on today or even tomorrow when he gets back to the shop. But when you enter the Walrus as your coupon code at everythingvapes.com, they'll offer you up a special discount. I appreciate that. And I know the members of the Walrus Nation do too. A lot of them vape, so I want them to go check you out.
Every third Wednesday of the month, we have our vaping, 5 contests, 3 giveaways,
You got like a vape party going on third Wednesday.
Burgers, dogs, steaks, chicken on the grill. We just get down.
Yeah, where we're going next week.
Yeah, you know what our schedule is. But let's pick a Wednesday before the weather gets too. We'll go do a live remote there. We'll do a special edition. You do it on Wednesday evenings. We'll do a live special Wednesday evening edition of the Walrus and Jen Show. Come by, hang out, and try it firsthand. I've never tried it. I don't smoke. I used to, and I quit. Right on. Okay, very cool.
I know your next question.
Is? Hey, I was going to ask that off air, dumbass. Yeah, right.
I'll tell you right now, they don't have anything on this side of the country, but I know that this is in Colorado, and that once Delaware actually opens the doors, it's going to go everything like that. So it is something that in Colorado, I know California, they got shots, but other than that,
Gotcha. Oh, sure. I know guys that have them vape pens that have put marijuana or hash oil. They put a lot of crap on them. Yeah,
there are different pens that are made to do it. There's stuff like that. You kept out of those stuff. You do for all the FDA.
Yeah, you don't want all the potheads in there hanging out. You're really trying to help people quit smoking.
Then you run out of food.
Yeah, right?
I know.
And then all of a sudden it becomes you got to deal with the mice and the rats and all the food. Yeah, too much. again, Chugs, tell your partner Mike we're sorry he wasn't able to make it with you, but somebody's got to babysit the store. Yep, and somebody's got to tend the shop, and we appreciate him affording you the opportunity to come out here and hang out with us. Maybe next time we'll come to you all, and then that way we'll be able to talk to you and Mike both. Jen will get that worked out for us in the coming weeks, and we look forward to having a long, great relationship with Everything Vapes from Seaford, Delaware. Boys and girls, I've got some Messenger End of Time coming up for you, and then my favorite song from the local group Silver Tongue, The Pawn, coming. Then we'll be back with more information. We're going to talk to Enemy Within some more. We're going to share some of Chug's vape juice, and you continue to enjoy the Walrus Jen Show as we broadcast live from the Midevil Custom Cycles Studios in Street, Maryland. Good morning, Walrus Nation. Woo! There it is, the Laurel Woohoo. You've missed it. Oh. Great interview, man. Good job, brother. I don't know how many times you've done interviews. You act like you've been doing it all your life. Good job.
I do. I have put you in the boat in case y'all need it.
Yeah, we definitely need it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm good. Nice. Like in a bar or something?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Dude, you don't know how much I appreciate you. Dude, I'll bring my DJ equipment down and set my Twisted Tea tent up out in front of your shop, and my strip club shop was pole bike and light. We'll draw more fucking attention to your shop in a 4-hour period. We'll come up and do like a 6 to 10 deal at your shop on a Wednesday night. We'll bring the whole fucking shooting match, dude.
That was my garage at one of the parties.
That's awesome.
That's all of my juice in there too.
Jesus. Easy now. What's that? Yeah, we got 60 seconds.
Okay.
We're going to the Denmark story about the Happy Meal. They're all right. They're not bad. Oh, God, you crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, shut them up. I thought she was worried about the background. It's distracting and then shut it up. No, you don't. We call you winners. Thanks for hanging out and being a part of the Walrus Jen Show. As we broadcast live from the Midevil Custom Cycles Studios here in Street, Maryland, and stream live video via the Thunder Walrus YouTube channel. Thanks for hanging out and being a part of the program. Thanks to Chugs from Everything Bakes. Be sure you check them out at everythingbakes.com. We're also going to have Enemy Within back in here with us in a few minutes. But I've got to share some of this stuff we found. Unbelievable. All new reason to go to Denmark. Oh my God, a burger joint in Copenhagen, Denmark. Isn't chicken about arousing some controversy? It's now selling sex toys along with hamburgers.
My favorite.
Get your pudding patter along with your beef burgers. Starting Thursday, of course, the name of the burger joint is called Hot Buns.
Hot buns.
And of course, now they're adding hot dildos to their hot buns, vibrators, whips, and other sex-oriented products to the menu. It's a natural fit, considering the restaurant is just a step above Hooters because it puts just as much emphasis on the tank top and hot pants worn by its all-female staff as it does as the burgers themselves.
You get extra S&M sauce, please?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh my God. The restaurant's Instagram page even posts cleavage shots of employees and invites followers to guess which woman it is.
I definitely want to eat that.
Yeah, I bet you do. Probably want to take a doggy bag home too, don't you? Hot bag. Hot Bun's owner, Matthias Kerr, says the sex toys will only be available in evening hours. He believes he's onto something. He don't want to knock down the productivity of the Denmark work environment by selling lunch boxes full of hot dildos and sex lotion.
Freaks come out at night.
Yeah, sure, they'll be out at 12:30 if you put them in the lunch boxes. On Friday and Saturday nights, there are only two things most people want, sex and food. We're combining them both, Kerr said. Kerr may see a chance to make money, but he also is trying to tweak those who believe his business model is sexist. When Hot Buns opened in March, Danish politician Camilla Schwabel, swear to God, that's her last name, Schwabel. Sounds more like porn star's last name who's good at giving head. Let me schwabble your gobble. She admitted to having a beef, no pun intended, with the restaurant's use of sex to sell burgers. Look, man, I'll use burgers to sell sex.
Yeah.
You know, you let me have sex with you, I'll throw a burger down your throat. Hell, I'll even buy you a fucking milkshake if I get to climb on top of you.
And
Yeah, I'll whip you up a batch. Fast food normally makes you feel guilty, but this burger should make people feel extra guilty and leave a bad taste in their mouth. I didn't write that part. I swear to God, that was the first time I heard that too. I didn't read that part in the story. Bad decision and regret. What's your breath taste like? Bad decision and regret? I ate at Hot Buns. I thought it was French fries. That fucking vibrator knocked 3 of my front teeth out.
you know, they can have like shaped straws and vagina origami napkins.
Cut your French fries into shape like a dick.
I know.
You know,
All the napkins in the restaurant are all shaped like vaginas. You know, like
no, put the napkins in Kotex envelopes. She just look, not dirty napkins, sweetheart, just napkins. I think I've actually made Deborah a little sick to her stomach. You're finally starting to get some color in your face. It's green. I think you're going to throw up. Okay, so back to the bad taste in her mouth. In order to get the sex toy business off to a bang, Hot Buns plans to hand out.
Counts out.
No, this is what they're handing out as the free promotional. Instead of onion rings, they're giving you a free cock ring to the first 10 male customers, while the first 10 women will each get vibrators.
Yay!
How long? That wasn't a vibrator, that was a grinder. But the timing was perfect. I couldn't have asked for any better. Thanks for everyone who was back there working. God knows we're not. We're all up here standing around like freaking alcoholics and potheads waiting for the next jug to be passed by. Where's speaking of which, where is my maker's mark?
That's so nice.
No, it ain't. Oh, somebody saved me a little swig. You can't ever drink the last drop of an alcoholic's bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, you can. Sip, sip, pass, bitch. You swallow better than any of them. So the first 10, they lined up for blocks to get the new iPhone 6. Wonder how many men and women are. Once there's 10 there, you're done, right? So the first 10 guys, I'm going home. First 10 chicks, 20 men and women. I wonder how many babies will be conceived on the freaking doorstep of this joint, waiting for a burger and a dildo.
That's awesome.
Friday night, all of the ugly people that can't have sex are waiting in line. The fun, ugly fat people. That's what he's marketing to.
That's
You know,
exactly.
me. He's marketing to me and my friends. For those of you that can't get laid in a whorehouse with a fistful of $100 bills, come get a $10 bucket of chicken and a dildo at Hot Buns.
That's a date, man. I've had those dates before.
Thank God for this weekend, you won't have to have that date any longer, will you? And as we were talking, guys, you can make your way back around here and hang out with us. You don't have to sit over and look at us like we're in a fishbowl. The fact that Spokane, Washington wants to start testing their sewage water for the levels of THC based on the legalization of recreational marijuana, they all now want to know how stoned the state of Washington is. And according to the Associated Press, the author of Washington's recreation marijuana law has now suggested that Spokane do a test thing and test the sewage for traces of the cannabis chemical THC, so that they can get a more accurate picture of pot use by the residents. Listen to me. Here's all you need to do. You don't need to go rummaging around in the shit houses of Spokane, Washington. Think about the $32.8 million you've generated in the short period of time that marijuana has been legal in your freaking state, and you know everybody in your state is high as a kite. Absolutely. Doritos is now, I mean, they're moving their company. They're going to have one in Washington and one in Colorado. They have to keep up. You know, yeah, it was like, you know, when Harley Davidson called on, they had to open the new plant in York, had to make more bikes. You make Doritos, crunch all you want, we'll make more. That's the theme for Doritos, crunch all you want, we'll make more. I love that about it. But why would you really need to go digging around in shit to find out who's smoking pot? Just look at him. The guy that's carrying the bag of Oreos is probably stoned. Yeah.
You had a great idea about the poop.
Yeah, I'm not so. I know they did it in a Cheech and Chong movie, but I'm not up for smoking human. I mean, I would probably go for Labrador. Remember when the Labrador ate the weed? This is really good weed, man. Where'd you get this? It's to make it the essence of Labrador. We're smoking dog shit. Yes. Yeah, shut up. Just use a breath mint afterwards. You need an extra piece of bubble gum after this one. So here's what's going on. Here, the fact of the matter is now they've had to go to the University of Washington and go, hey, we want to we want to test the poop. And said, really? But a scientist from the University of Washington said the proposal is actually a good idea. It's always good for a chuckle, but it really does actually work, according to Caleb Batana Green, a researcher at the University of Washington's Alcohol and Drug Abuse Institute. Batana Green has tested sewage in Oregon and Washington for the presence of illegal drugs like cocaine and methamphetamine. But if you're flushing good drugs down the toilet, you need to have your head examined anyway. Not that methamphetamine is necessarily a good drug, but I am quite fond of rich man's candy, I'm just saying. Problem is, I'm a broke-ass motherfucker, and that's why I got problems.
Yeah, but most people don't poop anyway.
Right, yeah, once you're on a lot of cocaine, you're so constipated, butthole's drawn up like a frog
dance.
You're
not eating, so really this is kind of off scales like glass.
Right, it's an input-output kind of thing. If you ain't putting anything in, there ain't nothing coming out. Yeah, there are many things to be learned from testing for the presence of illegal drugs in sewage. Testing the sewage would provide a more accurate picture of the quantities of illegal drugs a community is consuming, he said. And listen, Washington is where heavy metal started. You don't get into that angry mindset of the usual mindset of heavy metal music without doing some serious friggin' drugs. You know, you've got to lower your inhibitions to realize, God damn it, I hate everybody on the planet. Now I want to sing about it. Yes. We all know people in this day and age in our country. Is there anybody that's not using drugs? Because think about this. You may not be using illegal drugs, but if you get up every morning to take a Valium, a Prozac, or any other mind-altering drug to keep you from jumping off a fucking bridge with a rope wrapped around your neck, you're a drug addict too, dickhead.
The only reason why most drugs are illegal.
Oh, right, or because most drugs are illegal. The ones that are illegal are the ones that don't cause sores, dry, itching, scab, rash, loose of hair, weight loss, constipation, rectal bleeding, testicle falls off. What
anal leakage.
Anal leakage.
I love that one. Anal leakage. Like, yes. What the fuck is anal leakage?
Yes, when your bowels start regurgitating through your stomach and back out of your mouth, this could be a mild side effect. Yeah. Ask your doctor about this drug. Fuck no, I ain't asking you about it. I'm scared to watch the commercial. Yes,
I think my favorite one is if you have an erection lasting longer than 4 hours.
I'm calling my wife's friend.
I'm going to replace my number with the Pfizer number. 443.
And so the best part of it is now one of the city councilmen from Spokane, Mr. John Snyder, he supports the idea. Testing sewage, which can be frozen for later inspection. Who wants to inspect poop sickles? What the fuck? would provide only general use, can be frozen for later inspection, would provide only general use figures, not data broken down by age. But Councilman John Snyder said, I support the idea. Quote, what an awesome new use for our sewage. What else are you using your sewage for, dude? I mean, you should be flushing it down the toilet like everybody else.
2 girls, 1 cup.
Yes, but I'd be more on board if that was 2 girls and 1 dick, but 2 girls, 1 cup, not so much. Spokane wastewater director Dale Arnold said he would check with the lab this week to find out how difficult it is to get THC readings from wastewater. You know, you're going to walk into a lab and go, yeah, we got 74,000 gallons of shit water a day that we'd like you to sift through and see if you can find THC. And you know what they're going to tell him? Kiss our ass, dude.
It's there.
Yeah. That's it. It's there. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, that was awesome. That was awesome. And speaking of weed smoking, it's prevalent everywhere, including the racetracks of America. As we go to Canawanga, New York, prosecutors announced yesterday that a grand jury has decided against bringing criminal charges on 3-time NASCAR champion Tony Stewart in the August death of a driver at a sprint car race in upstate New York. Ontario County District Attorney Michael Tantililio said the victim, Kevin Ward Jr., was under the influence of marijuana the night of the accident enough to impair judgment, Tantililio said. 2 videos examined by investigators showed no aberrational driving, nothing out of the ordinary or nothing like he tried to swerve and hit the kid by Tony Stewart. And then when the autopsy report came back and they found the THC levels in this kid's body, he should have never, ever been behind the wheel of a race car. He should have never been out on that track. He jeopardized the lives of every other racer. And as an avid and supporter of recreational marijuana use, I use it, I support it. I ain't trying to drive a race car at 140 miles an hour on a loose dirt track with 11 other drivers whose lives I've just jeopardized. I'm responsible. I'm accountable for my actions, and I will never use marijuana in a situation where somebody else's life is in jeopardy at my expense. And this kid was 21 years old, and I hate the fact that his life ended so tragically doing something he loved to do. But when you're irresponsible and you use mind-altering drugs or things that impair your judgment, you have to be responsible and accountable when you use them. Just because the state of the state of Colorado and the state of Washington say it's okay for you to go down to a store on a street corner in your neighborhood, buy a 2 or 3 or 1 gram bag of marijuana and go home and use it, does not mean you have the right to go get behind a vehicle and compete in a professional competition and jeopardize. He has scarred Tony forever. That man's got to go to bed every night knowing that he was responsible for the death of a young man that made a bad decision. Tony did nothing wrong. I believe in the evidence in the videos I've watched. Tony Stewart is not responsible for the death of this young man. But to find out that this young man made a bad decision while he was under the influence of marijuana firmly implants in me the desire to make sure, look, you got choices in life, but make sure you make educated choices. And before you jump off into anything, I don't give a damn whether it's a business, if it's a band, if it's a musical career, if it's a vape shop, if it's a decision to be the best damn school teacher on the planet. Make sure you know what you're getting into. Make sure you're educated about what you're doing and the decision you're about to make and how it's going to influence your life. I've been exposed to drugs. I know what they do to me, and I know how my body reacts to them. If you haven't ever, I don't encourage that either. If you don't use drugs, don't start. Don't start. But sometimes shit happens. Sometimes, you need a little something to knock the edge off so you don't stick an ice pick in somebody's freaking ear. Even if it is your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Mom, I didn't mean it. Sorry, Mom, I didn't mean it. But this kid made a bad decision. It says, this has been the toughest and most emotional experience of my life, and it will stay with me forever, according to Tony Stewart, said in a prepared statement. While much of the attention has been on me, it's important to remember that a young man lost his life. Kevin Ward Jr.'s family and friends will always be in my thoughts and prayers. Titilio could have determined the case on his own, but last week said he would take it to a grand jury rather than be one man with one decision. Let a group of peers make this decision. Experts said it would have been tough and difficult to prove criminal intent, but the prosecutor asked the grand jury to consider charges of second-degree manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide. That was before the evidence came out that the young man was under the influence of marijuana. Once that information came to light, all of the things criticizing and finding fault with Tony Stewart said, "Won't done. Let's move on." And one of the prosecutors, though, who are pushing for the charges to be levered against Tony, this is this asshole's statement. The focus should be on the actions of Tony Stewart and not Kevin. Wait a minute, a 21-year-old kid took in marijuana, then got behind the wheel of a high-powered professional race car and took actions in his own hands. He has to be responsible for his own actions, not Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart didn't tell that kid to get out of that car. Tony Stewart didn't tell that kid to walk towards him while he was, those cars ain't like they got brakes on them. They're meant to go fast and you can slow them down, but he's not going to stop on a dime, especially on dirt.
Just the fact that he could drive that car, that's fine.
Well, he's probably been.
I drove highways for the stop sign.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
So great.
Yeah. And so it's sad. It is very sad, but the reality of the situation is you can't find fault with Tony Stewart. You actually have to have a little sympathy with Tony Stewart. Understand that this man goes to bed every night knowing that a kid died tragically, and he was involved in it, and it was no fault of his. This kid was making a bad decision under the influence. And so, honey, if I ever decide I want to go get in a race car, make sure you hide my weed before I leave the house. You're listening to the Walrus and Jen Show. We've had a great time here today. God, what is the time? I can't wait till the next time we do this. We'll have 4 hours. 2 hours goes way too quick. Next time, we'll be back Monday, October the 6th, for another edition of the Walrus and Jen Show. What? Oh, I can't. I don't have the ability to convert it to MP3. We will have it. I bit somebody to do it while we're out there, and that's what gentlemen, I have to apologize to you. I thought I could play your CD directly through my digital system, but it has to be converted to MP3, and I don't have the capability of do that. It has to be an MP3 format. So we will get your music loaded. You will hear Enemy Within, their CD and music. We've got it. We'll get it converted to MP3 format so that we can play it live here. It'll be part of the 24-hour rotation here at the Walrus Radio Network. Will also feature it during our radio show. And your guys' music, where can they find you at? I know you've got stuff coming out, your tour schedule.
Yeah, you can go to our Facebook page, which is Enemy Within, and then right there's a link to SoundCloud, and we have a few songs actually the songs that we gave you are up on SoundCloud. Okay, very good. So you can go to SoundCloud, look for Enemy Within, SoundCloud. My mouth is dry, and my tongue's starting to stick to the roof of my mouth. I gotta get a little. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. I have another. No,
What is this next?
Rosh Hashanah.
Rosh Hashanah? Is it a sad holiday or a happy holiday? You never know with this out there.
Yeah, they hate everything. Everything's depressing to them.
Sometimes they're happy, sometimes they're sad, sometimes.
Are you Jewish? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Pull your pants down and prove it.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Yeah. First people in the first 3 modes may want to back up. Did you have something to say, John? Absolutely, brother. Give all the shout outs you need, mi amigo. Why didn't you bring her?
You like movies?
That's awesome. Thank you to him thank him on my behalf too. Oh, dude, we loved having you, and we look forward to coming up and hanging out at the studio. We'll come up and do a live broadcast up there on a Wednesday. We're going to go to his place on a Wednesday night, and we're coming to you guys and do a live broadcast. What do we got?
Just a token of our appreciation that we wanted to give to you in commemoration of, this is our kind of our coming out party here. So this is
that's awesome.
2 street signs to hang up in the shop that we all signed in.
Biker Babe Avenue. That's awesome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Dude, we appreciate you, and we look forward to coming out and hanging out with you at one of your shows. As you're
posted on anything that comes up.
Please let us know your tour schedule, because we would love to keep the Walrus Nation up to date on where they can come be a part of the party when Enemy Within is performing live at venues around the Mid-Atlantic region. And as their popularity picks up, we know it's going to be hard to keep up with you guys. So we're hanging there as long as we can until we can say, hey, we knew them when. You remember the time they came to their motorcycle shop and hung out with us when they were, just like us, broke and starving, and now they're rich and famous. They don't even know who we are. Yes, we do have great, awesome T-shirts. Where can they get your swag?
I was going to say, T-shirts can be picked up. We sell them at the tattoo shop. At Off the Root Tattoo. And then if you hit us up on Facebook, then we can definitely mail them out.
Off the Root Tattoo on Pulaski Highway, Elkton, Maryland. Give me your exact address.
It's 932 West Pulaski Highway, Elkton, Maryland.
930. Okay. 932 West Pulaski Highway, Elkton, Maryland. Be sure you go by the tattoo shop. Let Bruce and the boys know that you appreciate everything they're doing, not only as tattoo artists, but as musicians and a performing band. Let them know you're a fan of the Walrus Nation. Go by, get inked up, listen to some great music, and pay attention to the Walrus and Jen Show. We'll keep you updated on where you can find Enemy Within as their live tour schedule picks up and it becomes public. We'll keep you posted. We'll even probably go hang out with them once. It's going to be a long time, boys. A long time, girls. October the 6th seems so far away. But tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. Tomorrow, you head out for Phoenix. I head out for Tennessee. You go let Andy know how much. Show him all the love from the Walrus Nation, showing his support for being a member of our armed forces. So go do your civic duty and fuck him like there's no tomorrow. And I'm going to go hang out with the Tater baby and celebrate her 18th birthday and my pay raise, because there's no more child support. That's $450 a month I don't have to work for anymore. Pam's thinking, you had to work for a motherfucker. I've been paying that child support for 4 years. Bitch, you ain't made $1. I'm sorry. But anyway, either way, somebody's not paying it. We're done. I still got to keep paying the little brat cell phone bill. When does that shit end? It doesn't end because I'm still paying the 33-year-old cell phone bill, too. I don't shoot. Anyway, welcome to my life, Walrus Nation. Be sure you take control of the one thing you have control over, and that's your attitude. Choose to be positive. Start your day every day with a smile on your face. And when negativity creeps into your life, get your wiggle on. It's how you shake the negativity out of your life, where you get a good, clear view of all things positive and everything that splashes a little happiness back into your happy cup. Figure out how to love yourself, then find a way to love somebody else. Until we meet back here again on Monday, October the 6th, for the newly rejuvenated Walrus and Jen Show. I love you, and I know you love us, and we appreciate you so very much. Until Monday the 6th.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Miss you.
Peace, Walrus Nation. 4 days drinking with a gun. Great song to end the show on. Fucking awesome. And to those of you watching live on the video stream on YouTube, peace, love, and hair grease to you all. We'll be back on Monday, October 6th. Spread the word. Tell your friends. See y'all.